Primm, the second town of fallen New Vegas, has a lot of world-building errors that New Vegas has dealt with in other towns. The first question that a world builder should ask in games is, what do the people eat? Since there are no crops and pens, you might say nothing. But there is an answer to this. Brahman, by the cook in McCarran that got scammed by a supposed health inspector.
It doesn't need to all come from the same source. There are a bunch of different vendors around who sell meat. Fitz, the Nashes, Crimson Caravan.
And of course, the Brahman on the spit roast in the Bison Steve. Which implies that the convicts... Wait, what? Why did she shoot it? Bloody mercenaries. Anyway, this implies that all the current Brahmin have been killed by the convicts. The more astute among you would notice there is a problem. There is no living space for the Brahmin, as I've already said. Now you can make the counter-argument that because they are under siege by convicts, that it makes sense that you see nothing. However, nothing shows that pens were constructed or crops were growing. But even after the sheriff is installed, no crops are planted, no pens are rebuilt, and no Brahmin bought. Getting this animal would not be very difficult, as the Mojave Outpost, which is in connections to California, is close to Primm. So with that being said, let's move on to the NCR deserters. It doesn't matter which sheriff is in place when this event happens. When you head into the Vicky and Vance casino, these deserters will try to rob you. Now you might think, why hasn't the sheriff dealt with them? Well, it's because both sides don't know the other exists. This is ridiculous. No resident of Primm went into the Vicky and Vance to check the flooring or the slot machines, and then to find this group of hooligans who will try to fleece them down for 100 caps, and then not report it to the sheriff, who could be NCR. And for the deserters to look at a settlement that has NCR flags over it and think it doesn't have a sheriff. Let's run through their plan. Go to Primm, make enough money to head up to New Canaan before the Legion takes the dam. It's kind of funny that they're running directly into a Legion auxiliary force, but there's no problem with that because only Joshua and Daniel knew what happened to the New Canaanites. Something to note, none of them have any standard issue NCR equipment. Most soldiers carry a service rifle, but what these people have is a hunting rifle and some submachine guns. They mentioned that they were at the Strip and that they lost all the money. With this, I believe that they started at Freeside and took the long way around to Primm, losing or having to flog their equipment. Also, their leader is wearing a lieutenant beret. Was she the lieutenant, or did she kill the lieutenant? The deserters show what the Legion terror tactics are doing to the NCR. I wish we could have interacted with different groups of them. And now the Mojave Express, the only branch in the game. And at first I thought it was weird that you could still use the mailboxes even though Primm was under distress. But reconsidering it, these boxes are just dead drops, so it makes sense. Couriers probably come by to check every now and then, even though the branch is out of commission. However, what is odd is that you can still send items to Primm. I'm guessing a courier has to sneak in to not get shot by the convicts just outside. And another problem is that you do not pay for this service. Yeah, no clue. With that being it, I've got some stuff to talk about. I've got a blog where I post my writings. I also upload them to Wattpad if you use that website. I am also willing to take suggestions for other websites to upload to. Link is in the description. Thank you for watching. As always, I am the Penton.